What's going on, guys? My name's Connor, and today I have a review for you guys on the Louis Vuitton trainer sneaker lows. All right, so obviously these are not the highs. There are many different colorways, but white is definitely the most sought after colorway. And ever since Virgil Abloh introduced these shoes in the spring summer 19 men's show, these have probably been the most sought after sneakers online on their site and available right now. Right now they're currently out of stock, but if you wait around and you're checking the site pretty frequently, you might have a chance of getting them. But I really just wanted to go over all the details of it, as well as giving you a full-on review from my experience in wearing them. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so just before I begin getting into every single little detail of it, as well as trying it on for you guys, I'll show you guys what it looks like up close. So just pointing out a few of the details that you can see. You guys can see the golden Louis Vuitton signature right here, as well as the Louis Vuitton logo right in the netting. Obviously, it's going to be white all around with the green details. You guys can see the holes right here and right here for some breathing within your foot. They're definitely meant to be worn. Classic white laces, nothing too special about the lacing right here or anything behind it. But right here you can see it's almost identical on the other side, other than the signature. And then the little toe part is just going to be just like any other leather shoe pretty much. It's going to be pretty smooth right here. And I like that the little holes are right here for some breathing. And then the 54. And I will explain that as well as the monogram right here. And then you guys can also see by the toe, here's a few details that a lot of people don't really notice. So the little monogram flower right here, as well as the flowers all around the toe. You guys can see if you guys look up close. A little dirty as you guys can see, but if I took a wet rag to it, I bet I can clean it up pretty nicely. It's going to say Vuitton on both sneakers. And yeah, hopefully you guys got a good look at them, and let's get right into the details. So as far as Louis Vuitton sizing goes, obviously it's going to be somewhere between one size to a size and a half bigger than the Louis Vuitton size. So in this case, these are Louis Vuitton 11 and they fit like a 12 to a 12 and a half. So you're always going to have to size down if you guys are buying in line. But I suggest that if you guys have never bought any Louis Vuitton yet, I suggest that you guys go in store and try them on and see what you guys like. But the look of these shoes was inspired by vintage basketball shoes. So that's what Virgil Abloh said when he was designing them. And you can also see that on the Louis Vuitton site when you guys pull up these shoes. And as I stated in the beginning, a lot of the hype for these shoes came from when they were featured in the Spring Summer 19 men's show. They were worn by a model, and they were really asked about, like, what the heck, where did those come from? Where did the 54 come from? What do they mean? Like, where do these come from? Because they look so different than a lot of the other Louis Vuitton shoes, and they look like something that you can wear. They look kind of like Stan Smith's, in my opinion. Like Virgil Abloh was inspired by those, but he wasn't. It was vintage basketball shoes. And the signature actually is handwritten by Virgil Abloh himself. So no, he didn't write it on every single shoe individually. That would be really awesome if he did. But what he did do was he put his signature down how he wanted it to be on the shoes. And so they would just put it on shoe and shoe again. And I think it's a really cool detail. Once you guys are walking in these shoes in the light, maybe on a sunny day, or if you're out at night and the lights are kind of reflecting off your shoe, it's really easy to see the gold Louis Vuitton right there. And it's a nice detail to have. And the shoe is completely made of calf leather. And for those of you guys who are wondering how you care for calf leather, you're going to want to make sure that you don't let them get wet for a long period of time. If there's a puddle, definitely don't walk in it. But when you guys are looking to clean these shoes, you guys are going to want to use a damp rag and just kind of scrub it out and make sure you dry it after. But the problem with leather calf shoes is that if you don't wear them for a long time, or if you have them held in a place that is a little bit moisturized, and you have them like kind of crunched up a little bit, then their shape is going to get kind of messed up. So that's something you got to be careful with. You definitely got to take care of these shoes. You definitely got to make sure that you clean them off and you keep something inside. I do keep the little papers inside. I'll make sure to take them out when I try them on for you guys. But one of the big questions that people ask when they look at these shoes I'll show you guys the other shoe for now, just so I can switch off a little bit. What does the 54 mean? So you guys can take your guesses and put them in the comments right now if you guys want to. But what it is the year that Louis Vuitton was started, 1854. They put that as in the back because that's when Louis Vuitton was established. It would have been awesome if Virgil Abloh was around since then. I'm sure that Louis Vuitton would be very different right now, considering all the color that he's adding to it and all the little exotic features. I don't know if you guys have seen, but he just did a collab with the NBA, which is really sick. But you guys can see a little LV in there, as well as the Made in Italy. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that in there. And so yeah, that's a sick little feature, and a lot of people do not know that, and a lot of people don't even bother to figure out what it means. But I think that that's a huge detail. That's something that people are going to see whenever they're walking behind you or just staring at the shoes, the 54. So you got to know, because people are going to ask you if they're curious about your shoes at all. But like I said at the beginning, there's going to be a lot of monogram flowers throughout the shoe, and a lot of people don't notice them. These are ones that you are going to notice. But as I said at the beginning, all across the toe are the little monogram flowers right there. They're a little bit dirty, and then that huge one right there. I think that that's sick. And if you guys are wearing these shoes newer, they leave the monogram flower where you step. So I don't know if you know, if you remember like when you were a little kid and you'd like step in the dirt or like step in something wet, and then you keep on walking and then you leave like your little shoe mark. Well, this one's gonna leave a full-on Louis Vuitton monogram on the ground, which is really sick. Obviously you're not gonna want to be stepping in a bunch of dirty stuff. It's not worth that little footprint, and a lot of people aren't really gonna notice, but that is a really cool little detail that I really loved about these shoes. And when you're wearing them, you do have a nice grip, and they are really, really comfortable to walk in. As you guys can see right here, here's a little flat detail, and this just kind of grabs the ground, as well as right here. And the Louis Vuitton right here, even no matter if you wear these shoes every single day for years and years, you're still going to be able to see the Vuitton, and you're still going to be able to see this because they're, I don't know what the word would be, indented, but there's layers ahead of them. So these are up a little bit higher than the Vuitton, and the ring around the monogram flower is a little bit above here. So they really do know how to preserve their signature, their shoes, and what makes them stand out. But you guys can see also right here, it says Made in Italy. And you guys are probably wondering what mark it is on these shoes and what you guys might want to be paying for them. And I believe that retails somewhere between $1,200 and $1,300, which is pretty expensive for a leather shoe, especially one that's not really, what's it called? Like fashiony. What's the word for it? I guess it would be something that you'd wear to like fancy events. These are a bit more casual, but market on these shoes brand new is somewhere around $1,700 to $2,000. So not a cheap shoe whatsoever. You could say that they're $2,000 shoes. That might be fair, especially for this colorway. The black ones, the gray ones, and all the other ones might not go for as much. But if these were brand new with everything, I wasn't able to find it, or else I would have done a full-on unboxing for you guys, then yeah, they'd be somewhere closer to $1,500. They'd be somewhere closer to $2,000. But if you guys are looking to buy these shoes or anything like them, I have an interested buyer right now, and it's actually someone who bought from me before, so I'm not going to be selling these out to you guys. But if you guys are looking to buy another pair of these, I can definitely get them. If you guys are looking to buy anything hype or streetwear, hype designer or watches, then make sure to hit me up on Instagram at Connor.Langley. Helped a lot of you guys out. You guys have been blowing up my DMs actually with them. I actually probably got like 20 DMs from you guys in the last 2 days, which is sick. I know it's not a lot, but considering my subscribers, if I have that many messages, then I know you guys are liking my content and you guys are actually interested in buying stuff off me. So before I try them on and use that at the outro, I'm going to do that whenever I unbox shoes and review shoes. I'm going to walk around in them and kind of show you how they look on foot as an outro of my videos. I just want to tell you guys that I would say that these shoes are worth it if you guys can get them for somewhere closer to $1,000 to $1,250. So you're going to have to do some shopping, and I would also suggest that you buy them used. Don't get caught up in buying the brand new. They're gonna get worn, they're gonna get used, they're gonna get dirty. Buy them used, buy them for somewhere around $1,000 to $1,200, and you'll be happy with your purchase. But if you guys have any questions, make sure to message me on Instagram or just leave it down in the comments. But if you guys got anything on this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get right into the try on.